Hi, it's Tom Bell. And I was just fooling around with Google Trends and, something popped up and I thought it was interesting enough to make a video out of. So this was a little bit shocking and let me walk you through what I found. This is for the last 11 years, as you can see. And I just typed in some terms that, sort of indicate where people are going or how they're feeling. And I chose fear, happy, anger, joy, and give. Now, Google's built pretty much the most efficient advertising model in history by predicting what people are thinking by what they're typing into search. So let's see what we learned. Now, on this graph, you can see that far and away, the biggest term is happy. That's the red, and that's happy. And that's, well, that makes me happy. Now, the second biggest term is give, and that makes me happy because, when people are generous and when they're grateful, there's all kinds of science showing that, well, that's the best way to live from a scientific standpoint. And then, the other terms in order are going to be fear, joy, and way down at the bottom, there's anger. Now, none of that is really surprising, but let's go down a little bit and see if we can see something really interesting. Now, what we have here is regional interest, and these are where the searches are coming from. And in case we're waiting for how many, giving extra weight because a lot of the searches are coming from the U.S., doesn't matter because this is by percentage. And what blew my mind is what Americans are focusing on as opposed to what the rest of the world is focusing on. Now, we're on Give at the moment, and you'll see that the United States isn't even on the list. So, we have to be big at something. Let's look at fear. Number one. This is science. Number one, fear. We have some of the other really big developed countries in the world. This is what we're focusing on. And, let's go to joy and see if that was an anomaly. Well, we're on the list at least, second from the bottom. That's saying something, and that's for the keyword joy. Let's check out anger. Well, we're number one on that list. Interesting. And happy, we're the United States. We should be pretty much happy about everything. Not even on the list. So I guess statistically, you need to go to one of the poorest countries on earth if you want to focus on happy. Joy. Some of these countries are, fairly unfriendly to live in, but this is what they're focusing on. Look, this is worth passing around, y'all. This is Google. This is Google Trends. This is what we're focusing on with our web searches. In the United States, we're the kings of fear. We're the kings of anger. We're not showing up at all in give. We're barely showing up in joy. And we're not showing up at all in happy. Pass this along if you think it matters.